Have you ever wondered what happens when power corrupts? When those sworn to protect become the very threat? This is a story of betrayal, honor, and redemption in the world of Shinigamis, soul warriors tasked with guiding the souls of the dead. Our journey begins in a time of relative calm in the Soul Society, the spiritual realm governed by Shinigamis. Among the ranks of the elite known as the Godai 13, there was a young lieutenant named Mashiro Kuna. Cheerful and carefree, she was known for her childlike manners and her love for glasses and extravagant clothes that resembled superheroes. Mashiro served under the command of Kensei Muguruma, the respected captain of the 9th Division. Despite her annoying behavior, Kensei kept her as his lieutenant for recognizing her immense potential in combat. Little did they know that a great evil was spreading through the depths of the Soul Society. On a mission to investigate the mysterious disappearances in Rukongai, Kensei's team was ambushed by a malignant hollow creature. In the heat of the battle, Mashiro found the empty uniforms of a previous team, a grim omen of the approaching evil. What seemed a routine mission turned into a nightmare when Mashiro and several others were mysteriously hollowified. Their souls began to merge with their internal hollows. The dark plot behind this horrific transformation would soon be revealed. Susuke Aizen, a supposedly loyal Shinigami, was conducting secret experiments with the Hugyoku, a powerful artifact capable of transcending the barriers between hollows and Shinigamis. His ambition was to overthrow the Soul Society and recreate the world in his distorted image. When the truth came to light, Aizen fled with his traitorous accomplices, leaving Mashiro and the other Vizards, as they were dubbed, in a terrible limbo. They were not fully hollows, nor fully Shinigamis, unstable existences whose very presence threatened the natural order of things. Under the leadership of Kisuke Urahara, an eccentric genius, the Vizards were rescued from execution and forced to flee to the world of the living. There, they spent an entire century training and learning to control their new hybrid powers in a secret hideout. Mashiro initially stood out for her innate ability to maintain her hollow mask for a record time of 15 hours without any training. However, this singular feat revealed a dark side of her Vizard being. When the hollow power took over, Mashiro transformed into a fierce and ruthless warrior, focused only on fight and destruction. Years passed, and the Vizards eventually found an unlikely ally, Ichigo Kurosaki, a teenager with Shinigami and hollow powers similar to theirs. Under mentorship, Ichigo learned to master his inner hollow, giving the Vizards the opportunity to return triumphantly to the Soul Society to face Aizen. In the epic battle in Karakura, Mashiro proved to be a violent force to be reckoned with. Her Mashiro Super Kick was capable of destroying even the most powerful hollows. However, when her time as a Vizard expired during the fight against Wonderweiss, Aizen's relentless bodyguard, she almost met her end at the hands of this mysterious being. With Aizen's downfall, a new era of peace began in the Soul Society. Mashiro and her fellow Vizards were fully reintegrated into the ranks of the Godai 13, with Mashiro resuming her post as the lieutenant of the 9th Division under Kensei's command. However, the scars of their hollification never fully disappeared. As controlled as she was, her hybrid form awakened fear in those who did not understand her constant internal struggle between light and darkness, reason and instinct. In times of crisis, when the Soul Society needed all available warriors, Mashiro proved to be a feared and valued ally. But when peace reigned, she was a disturbing reminder of what happens when power distorts in the hands of those consumed by boundless ambition. Mashiro's journey is a reminder that even the noblest among us can be seduced by the dark forces within ourselves. But it's also a story of resilience, courage, and the human capacity to overcome the darkest trials. So, ask yourself, what would you do if your greatest enemy was inside you? Would you have the strength to resist the darkness like Mashiro and her fellow Vizards?